It's a Saturday night and we're living it up. We are going to get our party on in the garden with some garden chores. But in all seriousness, we've been putting this off for a couple of weeks now. So the to-do list today, we have to de-weed, we have to pull plants. If you didn't watch my last video, we had a massive hailstorm. The hailstorm lasted about 45 minutes. It damaged everything in my garden. We have to pull things that they're not necessarily dead, but they're not really growing. They're too stunted from that storm. So we're going to pull everything out. Then we're going to plant new seeds. We're going to prune things up that need pruned and then fertilize. I am weeks behind on the fertilizer schedule, and I know that's not helping with the shock and the lack of growth. We have about an hour and a half until sunset. In this bed, I have decided, because these cucumbers aren't really growing, I also just turned this over and found that there's a slug on it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that right there. But I almost wonder if it's the way that I planted it, because when I grew it from the seed, I planted the vine further down, and I don't think I was supposed to do that because of the way it's growing. I've decided, because it's not really growing and it kind of looks diseased, I'm gonna rip out half of them. It's not too late to plant new cucumber seeds. These weeds are just out of control. Oh, this is gonna break my heart to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Ooh. Maybe you're wondering why I'm de-weeding. Does it really make a difference other than appearance in your garden bed? Yes, it does. It makes a difference because the weeds, as they grow, they take out nutrients from the soil. And if your weeds are depleting the soil of the nutrients, then your fruit, vegetable, herbs, they're not getting the nutrients they need to thrive and produce. So you don't want the weeds in your garden. I know it's pesky. I'm not having fun de-weeding every week, but it's necessary in order to get the most out of your garden. Oh, this cucumber is so tiny, wow. And that one just, obviously there's the hail damage on it, but this one just almost looks just disease ridden, but they kind of looked that way when I first planted them. That one I'm for sure leaving. I was going to leave this one because it does have a lot of growth on it, but the issue is because I did it the second row back, that when I plant new seeds, I'm afraid that it will drown them out and not give them the sunlight and the room to grow. So I'm gonna take this one out. And this one just doesn't have a lot of growth at all, you can see. It does, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna end up just leaving one and hope that, the rest make it. And honestly, the seeds should be germinated within 2 weeks, and that will show me, what germinated and what didn't, and I'll be able to plant more if I need, because I can plant until, honestly, I have about 3 weeks until the last time I can plant. We're gonna be cool about this. This isn't giving me a panic attack or anything. I am going to pull this pumpkin plant from the, I had a little thing to hold it up. I'm pulling this last one out here because it is the only one that looks diseased of them all. So I want to make sure to get that out so the other ones don't get diseased too. Pull the rest of the weeds in here as well. And I could plant something else here, but I might even just want to leave it open because I think these babies need more room than I've actually given them. Do you smell all the yummy stuff in here? Does it smell yummy? It's a weed. These are onions. You can't have onions. You can't have onions. Oh yeah, when that rabbit, again, talked about it in the last video, but there was a rabbit that was coming in here and burrowing in. I don't know if it was trying to eat the roots or just bed in here, but she hunts rabbits and she was going crazy about it, like sniffing. You're so pretty. I love you. I think she's still smelling that spot because she knows. Tell them, you're a smart girl, huh? I don't know what kind of weed that is. You want to smell it? We almost had a bean casualty yesterday. her and her big tail, swinging it around, trying to play with her. Yeah, she whacked the small bean plant over on the other side, and I thought it was a goner, but it did come back a couple hours later, so all good there. Yeah, you sniffing thinking that bunny was there. So the bunny was here in the pumpkins, and then it went over and it burrowed into the corn. And I've put these, they're solar powered eyes, where it looks like, you know, they flash red at night. So it scares away. It looks like a predator, scare away them. I don't love these because they keep falling over. I need to actually attach them to the posts. But I did just order stakes to put in every single bed. So that's another thing on the to-do list. On the to-do garden to-do list. Would you smell? You smell something? Can I have a kiss? Can I have kissies? Oh, didn't get the root of that. What about a hug? Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug? Oh, my back. This is comfy. I've debated putting rock down, not this year, but next year, putting stone in here, because it's so unlevel throughout this, and trying to cut the grass in here and weed whack is proving very difficult. So I thought about putting stone down, like killing all the grass, putting stone in, and I think it would look really nice. But then I have to always wear shoes. I can't really like be on the ground because it's not comfy with stone, obviously. It's more money. That's another con. I'm not really sure. You think that bunny's gonna jump out here somewhere, don't you? Oh, you gotta come back because I just, ooh. I just noticed this. I don't know if it was getting drowned out by everything else. This is its own separate plant right here. And it's not growing, so I'm gonna pull this one out too. Oh yeah, for whatever reason that was not growing. That is something that I'm learning for next year, is start way more seeds than you think that you need. But what I did wrong, or what I didn't do, is I gave away my extras, and I didn't have a lot of extras to begin with, but I gave away any extras that I did have and did not wait to see if anything wasn't going to make it. So next year I definitely want to plant extra, but then extra, and then keep the extra for at least a month until I know everything has been successful. This one's gonna break my heart. It's time for the loofah to go. The loofah did not make it. And I would just start more seeds like the cucumbers, except for loofah needs so much more time than everything else. I already started it technically too late. Look at it, it's still in the peat pellet. So that's why I'm not planting more loofah seeds. She's a goner. All of my watermelon seeds right there are finally germinating. I'm gonna let them grow bigger, and then I'm going to spread them across the entire trellis area. Looking up what some of these things are before I pull them, because I'm not entirely certain. And this one right here, I wasn't sure what that was, but it doesn't look like the common weed that I'm finding in the garden beds. So I just looked it up, Google Photos, and it's actually milkweed, which I know is great for monarch butterflies, and I really don't want to get rid of it, or I'd love to move it somewhere else. But the issue with milkweed is that it is toxic or poisonous, one of the two, to pets and animals. And I do not want Chicken Nugget to get into it for whatever reason. So that really stinks, but I have to pull it. The one is definitely a bean. One of the two is definitely a bean, but I don't know if they're both beans. So let's take a photo. Lamb's quarter, pigweed, or wild spinach. Nutritious edible weed, often used for a substitute for spinach. Do I keep it?
And clam squitter is also a member of the amaranth family, and you can actually see that by the way it grows.
Hi.
If you've ever grown love
Whoa.
lies bleeding amaranth that like sags over like this.
Okay, I am going to keep it then. I'm pulling 2 of my 4 zucchini plants out. The 2 that aren't really growing, I am getting rid of to give more space to the 2 that are, because they're growing like crazy. And these 2, they just aren't. So we're gonna pull these out. Hydrogen peroxide, I need to put this in a glass bottle, especially being outside in the heat. But anytime you go from one plant to the next, you need to spray hydrogen peroxide on your tool, so that if for some reason, like a tomato plant, for example, I'm gonna prune all of my tomato plants. And if one tomato plant has disease, even if I can't see it, if I take the same shears to the next one, or trimmers, whatever you wanna call them, and snip it, I am spreading the disease. So hydrogen peroxide in between each plant, so that doesn't happen. Speaking of the tomatoes, because I know I'm gonna be doing a ton of pruning over there, we're gonna go start over that way. Look at the new plants I just got. They're for inside the house. I just repotted them. Do I have room for them? Absolutely not. Where am I gonna put them? I have no idea. We'll figure that out when the sun sets. Oh, that's the word, sterilize these. Yes, I'm sitting on your ball now that you've given it to me. I forgot this tomato plant is awfully bushy. I don't remember what tomato plants I planted where. Oh, I missed a weed. I did not label them. The only ones that I know are the one in the middle. I don't think I labeled the rest of them. Whoops. And I'm only pruning up the ones that already have flowers, or the buds for the flowers. Like this one does, flowers are already blooming. So I'm gonna trim up everything until that point. Get some airflow to these. Some people like to trim off the suckers, some people don't. It's just the suckers will make a new tomato plant, essentially. Last year I took a sucker and then I put it in water, and then it grew roots and I planted it again, and it gave me a whole new tomato plant. This is a sucker. So just like that, if you wanted to do it, you don't cut it off, you just peel it from the center. And if you don't know what the suckers are, let me bring you closer. I'll show you. If you're looking at this tomato plant, you have your main stem, and then I just cut this stem off, but in the center of it, there's this. This is a sucker. I'm gonna peel that. So just like that. Let me show you again. So the stem was damaged from the storm, but you can see that the stem was there, and in the center of it, so it's a 90 degree between the main stem and that stem. The center is this, that's a sucker, and that will grow a whole new tomato plant technically. So that's a sucker. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I just broke that one. I just mutilated this plant. Hopefully it ends up being okay. And now the after. All right, on to the next. I'm gonna sterilize. And there's a difference in pruning between determinate and indeterminate tomato plants. And I technically don't really know the difference yet. I'm still a rookie, but definitely look into it. One, you do wanna do the pruning like this, and one you do not. So I need to be careful. But I'm still going to trim this one up regardless either way, because these are so close to the ground and the damage that I'm just gonna trim these so that there's more airflow and less chance of disease. Especially the ones that are so damaged from the hail. I feel like that's a lot of good airflow there. Next. I haven't pruned these yet. I'm about to prune them. Here is the before and the after. Forgot one little guy. What you sniffing in there? Smell like tomatoes? I don't think you even like tomatoes. Oh, is this what you're looking for? Definitely so much more airflow going through here now. I'm seeing so many more weeds that I couldn't see before. I'm gonna go around now to the rest of the beds and clean up some of the dead leaves from around the plants. If you're keeping dead leaves on your plants, it's actually hindering them more than helping them, because they're still giving energy to the dead portions of them, and we don't want that. We want more growth. Oh my gosh, my camera's about to die. Okay, pruning and trimming is done. Now I'm going to be doing my harvesting of the herbs, anything that needs to be cut back, like this, these chives. Look at this, they're growing like crazy. And herbs, if you don't know, the more you trim them back or harvest it, the more it grows. So I'm gonna trim this back. Oh gosh, there's so much here, I might need bigger. I love the smell of, oh my gosh, of fresh chives just cut. It's like the most delightful, almost onion smell. You wanna smell it? Oh my gosh, I love it. And you know, I can chop these up and eat them fresh, but then chop them up and freeze them if there's too much, which I will not go through all of the chives that I'm about to harvest before they go bad. So I will be freezing some of it. We have more chives, we have oregano. Oh, you know what I do need? I do need to get some thyme. I need to go back and get thyme because I'm gonna put that in my steak tonight. Never harvested oregano before. I don't know, sure. For a lot of plants, you don't wanna take more than, I think it's 1/3 of it at a time. Because if you do, then it will kill the plant. These are thick, wow. And I should be putting some hydrogen peroxide on these in between, and I totally forgot. I think that's all that I needed to harvest tonight. Why did I do that? My camera is blinking at me. It's about to die. What else do I need to do? I need to plant seeds, fertilize. I guess it's 8:30. Look at, you can see where the sun is. There's not much time left. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow morning. I need to cook dinner. She has been trying to get me to go inside so she can EAT. She's HUNGR. Our first technical garden harvest. I mean, I have taken basil and rosemary. And thyme, I need thyme. My absolute favorite thing ever is when I'm cooking dinner. It's usually dinner, but cooking dinner and needing something from the garden, an herb or lettuce or whatever, and just being able to come out and get it whenever I need it. It's like my actual favorite thing ever. Just that much for dinner tonight with my steak. I know, she's giving me the death glare. Okay, well, with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm probably gonna stop tonight. I'm gonna pick back up tomorrow because she's hungry, I'm hungry, dinner's gonna take a long time. I started a puzzle last night, and my episode of Love Island, oh, I know, I actually hate watching it, but I also love being a part of everyone watching it every night. Even though it's after sun tonight, last night's episode was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was the most entertaining thing. My jaw was on the floor. I was mad. I was happy. Every emotion in the book. So the after sun, I don't normally watch it or care for them, but I'm so excited for that episode tonight. So I'm gonna eat dinner, cook dinner, eat dinner, puzzle and watch that. That is on at 9 o'clock, which honestly is like in probably 10 minutes at this point. Same with last night. I cooked dinner at 10:30 p.m. I literally put a loaf of bread in the oven to cook at 10:30. So I ate after 11, but it was the best dinner ever with fresh bread. Oh my gosh. It's about to be an amazing, oh my gosh, my sweet potato takes an hour to cook. Yeah, I gotta get in and start cooking. Oh my gosh, I'm just rambling on. That's where I'm at, and the cramps are really starting to set in. Not me gonna be eating a brownie while I'm cooking. You wanna say bye to them? Come here. Come say bye. Come say bye. We're not playing. Come say bye. Right here. Right here. Look. Look at them. Look at that. Okay, bye.